Hello everyone, welcome to the Roots and Wings Iwachu show, a show that focuses on the activities of the Rwandan community abroad where they are living in various countries around the world. In this show, we bring the heart of Rwanda to the Rwandan community abroad, but we also look at these activities that the Rwandan community they do, how they connect to their country. We see stories of resilience, stories of how they preserve the history of their country, how they promote their country abroad, and other various activities that they do to connect themselves to their homeland, even if they are far away. My name is Olive Nete, and particularly on this show, we are going to speak about the activities of the Rwandan community living in Australia, seeing the activities. They have a program called Coming Home. In this program, they come to Rwanda once a year. They visit various places, but they also choose to contribute to some of the campaigns that are ongoing in the country. So in this show, we are going to see some of the initiatives that they have this year and also speak to them how they feel and how this helps them promote their country, but also how it helps them connect to their country, even if they are not in the country for the moment. Welcome as we explore more on this show.
Today, we journey to the land down under Australia to explore how the Rwandan community is bridging the gap between their lives abroad and their roots in Rwanda. In this episode, we focus on an incredible initiative called Coming Home. This program, launched in September 2023 by the Rwandan community in Australia, is a heartwarming effort to reconnect Rwandans in Australia with their homeland. From those who lived abroad for decades to young Rwandans born in Australia, this initiative seeks to rekindle their bond with Rwanda. To better understand the origins of the Coming Home program, we spoke with some of these Rwandans living in Australia.
When we first started, we faced challenges because Australia is a country that is very far from others. Many Rwandans living there were not familiar with their home country, and some had limited knowledge about Rwanda. It wasn't easy at all. Initially, we launched a Kinyarwanda teaching program at a community radio station in Australia. We also ran various Kinyarwanda campaigns and engaged with people locally in Kinyarwanda, entertaining them while speaking the language. That's when I had the idea. Since we had mobilized the youth, why not prepare other activities that we could do while being in Rwanda? So, in September 2023, we came to Rwanda. During our visit, we organized various activities such as visiting different places in the country, holding a football match, and meeting with various government officials and people in the private sector. Our goal was to help the Rwandan community in Australia solve some of the challenges they face and also showcase the investment opportunities available in the country. This initiative also helped those who didn't participate in the program to learn more and become open to it. We did all this with the aim of helping Rwanda community abroad in Australia stay connected to their homeland rather than drifting away. Additionally, many Rwandans in Australia have their own businesses, and we wanted to encourage them to invest in Rwanda. This goal has already started to become a reality, as some have invested in real estate, others in livestock farming, and some are even building factories. It's an activity we want to see continue, and we hope this will create an opportunity for Rwandans in Australia to meet with other Rwandans locally or even those living in other countries across the globe, such as Canada. Together, we can collaborate on various activities in the development of our country.
Participants of this program have reaped countless benefits, gaining a profound understanding of Rwanda's rich history and vibrant culture while creating lasting memories through meaningful connections with fellow Rwandans and engaging interactions with local communities.
When we first arrived, we came as representatives from the Queensland only. After carrying out all of those activities, people from other states in Australia expressed interest in joining us as well. By December 2023, others from different states, along with those from Queensland, joined us. This has been incredibly productive. As of now, many young people are participating in this program, and many of them are also investing in Rwanda. They are also involved in activities that encourage students here to pursue their studies, such as supporting those who lack the financial means to continue their education. This initiative has been beneficial to both Rwanda and the wider Rwanda community in Australia. Additionally, we've gained knowledge for various opportunities available locally. We have been facilitated by the One Stop Center, and they provided us with contact persons when needed. I would also say that the number of people who joined us in this time compared to last time has tripled. Some are here learning the Kinyarwanda language, engaging in various sports activities, and visiting rural areas of the country to experience the beauty of Rwanda. When they return, they share their experience with their schoolmates, which helps to inspire other young people to appreciate and love their community.
So ibyo ngibyo rero nibaza ko niyo bageze ku mashuri atangira kubyigisha abo bigana nabo noneho bakabakundisha icyo gihugu bavuyemo.
The first time we did this was last year in December, and the reason we chose December is that's the time most of the Rwandans living in Australia come to Rwanda, so what we're trying to do is we try to list first, how many people will be in Rwanda, and we look for different activities. So we tried that last year. So we visited, Minafate. We were here last year. We met people from different institutions to get some information. We also visited the Genocide Memorial at Gisozi, and we also visited the museum, the campaign against the genocide. So for this year, we wanted to do the same thing. So for December, because now we know people are regular now, they come in December. And that's how we chose this meet and greet.
The 2025 edition of the Coming Home program began with a special meet and greet event where Rwandans from around the globe gathered to connect, network and engage. The event was hosted by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation alongside other various institutions. It provided participants with an opportunity to share experiences, learn from one another, and discuss ways to contribute to Rwanda's progress.
Rwandans in diaspora who participated in this event are mostly here for the festive season celebrations. The event was also a time to showcase their areas of expertise, and various local entities demonstrated their services that can benefit Rwandans living abroad.
The Rwandan community abroad in South Sudan, we are about 600 individuals or more, and we are so much attached to our country. If I give just only an example of 2024, where we had a long year to organize the 30th anniversary of the genocide remembrance, and the 1st July and the elections. So we participated as Rwandans at a very good percentage, and it was successful. So this coming year, we are going to participate in many activities, programs, like today's meeting. You have heard where they have been presenting the sharing lunch program by the Ministry of Education. So this is the program we are Rwandans living in South Sudan. We are going to contribute, and we ensure that we share with our kids, with our young brothers, young sisters, and who are here in Rwanda. And because we have the opportunity living in South Sudan and working in South Sudan, we have many opportunities, and then we ensure that as the Rwandan community abroad, we organize the community to contribute, and then we support the program. I feel like it's a success when we'll be able to contribute and support many of the schools some of us went to.
Remittances of Rwandans in diaspora accounted for $505 million in 2023. From here, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Ambassador Olivier Nduhungirehe, applauds these Rwandans' role in the development of their country.
We had a very good meeting and meet and greet meeting with the Rwandan community abroad. We have discussed many topics, especially about their contribution to Rwanda's economy. In 2023, they have contributed by their remittances more than $505 million to our economy, and not to mention the investment they do in the country. And they also contribute to the economy of our country by knowledge and skills transfer, but also by promoting Rwandan language and Rwandan culture. And we know that sometimes for remote countries, and especially for the youth, it is a bit difficult to learn or to speak Kinyarwanda and to learn our culture, but they have programs in their respective countries to promote our culture and to teach Rwandan language Kinyarwanda. So it is really an important contribution to our country, to our development, to our economy.
Minister Nduhungirehe also ensures the government's support in easing Rwandans in diaspora's accessibility of various services.
Rwandan government, MINAFET, but also other institutions like RDB, like Rwanda Stock Exchange, like Mineduc and others will continue supporting them so that they can contribute as they can to our economy and to our development.
According to the 2023 World Development Report, Rwanda was ranked second after a 16.8% increase in remittances.
During the event, the Rwandan community in Australia also contributed to the Dusangire Lunch Program, a campaign aimed at supporting the national school feeding program. This act highlights how the Rwandan community abroad not only reconnects with their roots, but also supports ongoing initiatives to uplift their homeland.
As you've seen, we have also contributed to the Dusangire Lunch campaign. We are just starting our contribution, as many people in Australia don't fully understand the campaign yet. Mobilizing them has required great efforts. Some initially thought it was just about coming and sharing lunch with people here in Kigali, but it is actually a campaign aimed at supporting the national school feeding program. I believe that with the future mobilization efforts, it will be much easier than what we have done so far.
So we looked for something that can also be helpful, right? So we wanted to kind of participate in one of the government program, and the Dusangire Lunch was the chosen one, especially involving kids in rural area who needs some support to be more productive and efficient at school. Probably two aspects to it. So first is like the involvement is better now, and I can see that the ministry also made like a big kind of step up, because it wasn't just Australia. So we had the diaspora from different countries. I think they mentioned around 40 countries. So that was a big kind of crowd, to meet each other, to learn from each other. So that was a good kind of improvement from the ministry. But also for us, it was more being targeted. So last year, we didn't really know much on the initiatives to do. So it was more understanding from the ministry, what can you tell us? But this year it was more, we know all the different issues we have, in Land Center, for example, for the ID applications, right? So this time it was more targeted. So we knew that we'll meet those people. We asked all the, our members to come with their issues. We just resolved one of the issue with Irembo, so one of our members who's getting married, so to get all the documents necessary. So yeah, this year was more targeted compared to last year. I think what we're getting out of this is taking the information back and then share the information with Rwandans living in Australia and making sure that they understand all the opportunities they have here, so that next year when we come back, we'll also now think about investing, not just supporting. I would say the exposure, that's the main impact, because some people don't understand, that, coming to Rwanda, for example, all the different kind of doors they can open, because there are different kind of misinformation, in different countries, especially in Australia. So us going back with, evidence like this, that, we came to Rwanda, these are the people, the institutions we met, These are the different services we're exposed to, all the different help and support we got. So it kind of creates that awareness that, coming back to Rwanda, there are open doors, you can have issues and get fixed, there are opportunities to invest, so it kind of like provides that awareness around the country.
While beyond formal events, participants also engaged in activities that fostered fellowship and fun. One of the highlights was a friendly football match between the Rwandan community in Australia and AG Sport, a team of Rwandan sports journalists. The game aimed to connect with locals in a relaxed and enjoyable manner. Another cornerstone of the Coming Home program was an exploration of Rwanda's history. Participants visited the Kigali Genocide Memorial and the Campaign Against Genocide Museum, where they gained a deeper understanding of the country's resilience and transformation.
It was very disheartening just hearing a lot more about it. Obviously, my parents have taught me and informed me about how life was during and after genocide. And we lost a lot of loved ones. So it was really hard to just kind of just see the pictures as well and just learn a more in-depth version of what they told me. I tried to kind of teach myself as well, but this was very informative and helped me and my younger brother as well learn more. And I think it's extremely important for people to learn about the history of genocide, just because, for obvious reasons, learning would help to prevent it from happening again. I also think that it creates kind of a knowledge for us to be able to go back to our country where we live and be able to inform and tell our friends about such things, because a lot of us don't really learn this in high school, for example. My school didn't teach this. We didn't learn about the Rwandan genocide against Tutsis. So it's kind of a topic that's hidden from the rest of the country. But obviously I try really hard as well to tell my friends about things like this. But programs like this and the memorial helps to teach the young people to be able to spread the word and tell other people about it, inform other people, so that something like this, so brutal and harmful to the country, wouldn't happen again. I also think that it helps with empathy, teaching young people to see that other countries and what happens in the world, for them to be able to be empathetic towards other people from different countries. I think as people, I lived in Australia most of my life, obviously, so we didn't learn much about our culture. But I think as we grow up in Australia, they really try hard to teach us about our culture, the Rwandan culture. And I think as you grow up older, you connect more with your identity and who you are as a person. And we learn more about our culture, where we come from, how our parents lived. But I think this definitely connected me more with my culture, because this is my first time coming back to my country. And being able to have someone like the country share something like this, which is so personal to the country, is just great, because it makes us feel a sense of belonging as well. And we feel more connected with ourselves and our identity, and as well as our country.
It was definitely heavy, because I've heard of the genocide a lot. I've read a lot about it, but seeing the pictures of the bodies and being in the room with the skulls and the bones, it was a heavy feeling. And I had a guide with me. I kind of talked to him one-on-one. He said there's some videos of the genocide, and he told me that it's something he couldn't even watch for 5 seconds. He said it's one thing to see somebody get shot, but to get cut with a machete while you're begging for your life and things like that, it's heavy stuff. I think it's very important because the genocide, it didn't happen overnight. It's an ideology that started from the early 1900s. People were consistently told that, this group of people is your enemy. This group of people is why you're not getting ahead in life, is why, you're stuck here. So that kind of hate evolves and it keeps growing until you get something like the 1994 genocide. So it's very important for young people to know how easily, you can have somebody lie to you about a whole group of people. It's important to know that history and know, how it started and how it kept getting worse, so that something like that can never happen again.
The reason we focus on young children is because they are the future of Rwanda. It is important for them to learn the history of their country, especially since many of them are unaware of it. By understanding the past, they can ensure that what happened never happens again. Our goal is for them to learn, understand, and prevent history from repeating itself. Even though we live abroad, it doesn't change the fact that we are Rwandans, nor does it diminish our love for our country. We believe that whenever we have the opportunity to return to Rwanda, we must remind each other of our history to prevent it from recurring. Commemorating helps us not only remember but also honor our loved ones whom we lost during the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. This is greatly beneficial, especially now that we also teach our children to know their language, Kinyarwanda, and instill in them a sense of patriotism. It is very valuable because when you understand your country, that's when you truly appreciate its value. And that's when you fall in love with it and understand its importance. As parents, we believe that if we don't share the history of our country with our children and show them the beauty of their homeland, then who else will do it? It is our responsibility to do so. My kids were excited to come to their country, and back in Australia, we also engage in activities that help them learn more about Rwanda. The good thing is that now they are well aware, and we have a large community there. Additionally, we have a memorial in Australia. We come here to teach our young ones the tragic history of our country. When we just tell them in words, they may not fully understand. But when we bring them here and they see it with their own eyes, they understand it better. This is something we should continue doing. The RCA Australia's commitment to Rwanda extends beyond visits. They actively engage in initiatives that promote culture, foster development, and support one another as a united Rwandan community living abroad.
We have different initiatives, so some of them are like women groups, for example. So what does that mean is we have different groups of women, most of the time women living around each other. And what they do is they share information, they visit each other, they help each other. Australia is a big country, so sometimes it's challenging. So having those groups help them to kind of develop themselves, get that confidence to look for jobs, get some information around like kids, how to raise kids in Australia, how to follow up with education. But also we have another big focus on kids, the young kids. So we have a basketball team. So we play once a week on Sundays, and that's also another initiative to make sure Rwandan living in Australia can have friends among Rwandans, not just Australian friends. Those are the main ones, but yeah, we have a lot of initiatives there.
The Coming Home program is a testament to the enduring spirit of the Rwandan community abroad. It shows that no matter where life takes them, their roots remain an integral part of who they are. Programs like this build bridges across continents, connecting people to their heritage and inspiring future generations.
Thank you for tuning in to the Roots and Wings Iwachu show. We have explored various activities of the Rwandan community living in Australia, be it the Dusangire Lunch program that they have contributed into, but also various other activities that they do while they are in Australia. Keep following Rwanda television programs. We will keep bringing you other more stories of the Rwandan community wherever they are around the globe, and we hope to see you next time.